Dr. Hasnale is the Deputy Municipal Commissioner, Swachh Bharat Mission of Brihanmumbai Municipal Corporation. Welcome, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really thankful to you that I could address this because this issue is very near to my heart. Uh, I can just say that everyone knows what is the plastic rule or a plastic law or what are the MPCB guidelines, and now new MPCB guidelines have come. So that I was reading other day. So I was saying myself, Ray, we are actually working on this path, but we have to intensify. So what exactly MCGM is doing, that I would like to share with you all. Right now, I am a Deputy Municipal Commissioner for a solid waste management. So it is not only Swachh Bharat Mumbai, but I head the department which manage the entire waste of the Mumbai. Whether it is a dumping ground or whether it is a household to house collection of the waste, everything. So, and before that, I was heading market department, and that time when in 2014 we actually started working on a plastic waste, 2016. And that time I was heading market department and I was head for a plastic Nirmulan Pathak. So we have corporation is having various department. We work in a department and we work in a zone wise. Like Mumbai is divided into for administrative easiness. It has been divided into 24 wards, and then this it is divided into city, eastern and western suburb, and the zones. And there are deputy municipal commissioner and assistant commissioner who's looking administratively every ward. Yeah, phone number. I'm speaking from phone. This thing is not getting attached. So in between there can be a disturbance, but please pardon me. So we have, tackle our plastic waste management into three parts, One, there is no actually, there are factories which produces the plastic within Mumbai also. Then there are, sailors or a distributor of plastic waste. Then secondly, there are users. And thirdly, whatever plastic comes, management of this plastic. So it divides into three parts. So first part is about the regulation. So whatever laws are there, according to that, we have to take the action. So what we started, and then fourth part is a very important. Mumbai people feel is IEC activity or a social responsibility. So whether it is a personal social responsibility or a corporation as a social responsibility or a social responsibility of the producer or a end user. So we work at all the four sections. The first section will be the regulation. For that, the other departments are there, where we are having Deputy Municipal Commissioner Special and Deputy Municipal Commissioner Encroachment. So they head the shops and establishment department, license department, market department, and take action on they are having squads who take action on illegal activities. Whether it is apart from a construction and all that illegal activities, illegal use of plastic or a storage of plastic or a sale of a plastic which are actually banned. So in regulation, what happened? Our shops and establishment inspectors, our license inspector, our medical officer of health who look after the hospitals or hotels, all those. So all are a market inspector. All these inspectors have been trained with respect to all the plastic laws or bylaws, whatever, what plastic can be used, what plastic should not be used, and what should be the action initiated by them. So they in turn train all our licensees or those who are actually using this end user of the plastic. Like it may be hawker, it may be like shopkeeper, it may be hotelier. So we had various sessions with them. We had meetings with their association, and we informed them. We showed them which is the plastic which is usable and which is the plastic which cannot be used, and we gave them a timeline saying that this is the time. And then we had audio visuals also, pictures, and all this was shown at the time of meeting with them, having banners, posters. Then we had a ratha yatra, we had a big rath, which had many pictures on it showing that this is the plastic which is banned, and it was this rath was there at every station, railway station, where people in lot they come out, and then they used to see that chitra rath. It is a colorful chitra rath, and then they used to get attracted, and there we had a woman self-help group selling their cotton bags. So this way we integrated our IC activity with our what is the regulations. So we had a sentence also in our every what is certificate which we issue to the this thing, that this plastic is banned, like one time use plastic or a plastic below 50 micron. And then inspectors and all the license this thing, all the inspectors of market, license department, shops and all, they started visiting their individual establishment, and if they find there is a plastic, they started seizing that plastic, and then they started taking imposing penalty on them. So this was the first step we started. However, because of corona COVID, again we lag behind, but again we restarted. But I think not only the regulation, but it was our IC activity which actually inculcated certain habits among our citizens within the Mumbai. Then second thing comes is what, though there is a ban on certain plastic, but there is no ban on other plastic. So this plastic has to be collected, have to be recycled. So that is a responsibility of the local body of corporation. So for that there is a SWM department. So in SWM department, in 24 ward, we are having total 46 centers, where with the help of UNDP and NGO, NGOs are mainly Kachra Vechak Sangatna, means all those people who go and collect, all these plastic or waste from road or from dumping yard. So they are having their union, their association, and there are around 10,000 women and male are in that. So with the help of this NGO and UNDP, we could establish 46 centers in 24 ward, where all kind of plastic is collected and brought here. And also we have, like societies, and in society, within societies, there are, sweepers. So we train those sweeper. So those sweeper also collect their plastic, and in this center, they pay to them, for the plastic. So people come and give their plastic. So around 200 metric ton of plastic is daily collected. Only plastic is collected, daily in these centers, and they are sent to various recycle plant, which is outside Mumbai. So these plastics are used for, making, from t-shirts to some furniture or fuel also. So we are having, in like this cycle, and this is properly monitored. We monitor all this activity in a way, like, if a certain center is established, then when it is established, and when if the certain amount of metric ton of waste is going here, then that many means, number of vehicles which carrying waste to the dumping yard should reduce. So that is a one criteria which shows that our plastic or our dry waste goes to dry waste center only. And we are not only have stopped here with a 46 center, but we are going to have a dedicated more centers, and we are working towards it. So at present, in D ward of Mumbai, it is in a South Mumbai, we are having one center where entire plastic goes there. It is converted into energy, electricity, and this electricity is used in a garden. And we are going to have a 24 such center in 24 wards. And apart from that, we are going to have one center at Mumbai VT near in A ward. It is a Churchgate VT area, where entire South Mumbai's plastic will be collected there, and not a single small plastic will go to dumping yard from this entire South Mumbai. And this plastic will be processed into electricity, or it will be converted into fuel. And our plan is that, in 24 watt, whatever plastic will be generated, collected, it will get converted into electricity, which will be used for a e-vehicle station, e-station, EV station, for a vehicle charging station. So that is our plan, and we are working towards it. And I am very hopeful that within 6 months we will be establishing such kind of center in 24 watt. So this becomes, Mumbai Mahanagar Palika's, MCG's responsibility towards, recycling of a plastic, or not allowing plastic to go to the dumping yard. Now our responsibility does not get over here only. What happens, like since 1984 or before that, like 1980s, from 80s this plastic came into existence, in India. Before that it must be there, but was very meager, but it was rampantly we started using from 80s onward. And this plastic is dumped in our dumping yard. And this is the potential source of hazard, and it does not get into degraded. And then because of that, our dumping yard is only increasing in height. So we started our bio-mining. Mumbai is having 4 dumping yards. One is at Devnath, one is at Kanjur, secondly Mulund, and Gorai. Gorai we have closed and we have converted it into garden. We are going to do the bio-mining of the same and in future. Right now we have started we have stopped using Mulund dumping ground, and we have started our bio-mining over there. And daily we separate our, the waste, which was a wet waste, which got converted into enriched soil. We cannot call it a compost, but it can be called as an enriched soil, and it has a particulate matter, that is, small or a big pieces of, thermocol, polystyrene, other polyethylene bags, cloth, which cannot be converted into any, enriched soil. So that is also separated. And this RDF is, packed into small cubicles, and now it is sent to the other place where it is converted into a raw, crude oil, and this crude oil is used in a various furnaces and all. So this process has been started 2 years back, but now it has got the momentum, because in between, because of Corona COVID, there was, no manpower, no machinery, many projects got halted. But now again, it has started getting momentum, and daily we are processing around 6,000 to 7,000 metric ton of waste of our Mulund dumping ground. Similar waste to energy project is in process. We are already tendered. We are in process. We have handed over the land to the company, and it is a PPP model and BOT model. Sorry, and this our daily biomine and around 1,000 metric ton of waste, which will come from the Mumbai. 600 metric ton of waste. This plastic waste will go to this Devnath dumping ground, and it will get converted into electricity. So this project, we are expecting that within 1 year it should get activated. So, and then now most of our Vinod Mishra sir phone करायचो. आता सांगा की मी phone नाही घेऊ शकत. Vinod Mishra. Hello. And then we are having Mulund dumping, this Kanjurmarg dumping ground, where our around 5,500 metric ton of waste goes there. Of that, 1,000 metric ton of waste is, compostable waste, and remaining is a mixed waste. From that, plastic is separated and the wet waste is separated. And then all this waste is, processed. So there also we are going to convert this plastic waste into energy. But the process is halted for a reason of some permissions are needed, and that permissions will be in place in another 6 months and so. So this way we are trying to, eliminate the new generated plastic and the old plastic. But apart from this, the third is the what you call is the CPR, EPR, that is a extended producer responsibility. And extended producer responsibility is like, those who are producing all this plastic, For example, you can take a Bisleri or what do you say, any cold drink. This is one example I'm giving. There are multiple examples. So we are now going to have, certain rules to be framed, which could not be framed for various unknown reason or known reason since last few years. And now these rules are in a final stage. We are coordinating with MPCB also, that our role and our authority should be increased while taking action on a EPR company if they are not able to fulfill their EPR responsibility. So, but under EPR, we are now having meetings with all these associations or all these company leaders, and we are going to have frame of policy in which in a particular way the EPR will be, means whatever material comes to Mumbai will be monitored and eliminated by this company themselves. So it is not one activity which helps Mumbai to eliminate this waste. It is a multiple activities are there, like rules and regulation. Secondly, actually implementations of rules and regulation by sending our officers and taking strict actions, doing IC activity. But we cannot tell people, "Arey, tum hai na plastic mein hai na, vapro mat," and you do this or you do that, unless until we give them the facility. So we work as a facilitator by having more and more centers which can collect the waste and convert it into recycle it or upcycle it. We are taking action for the plastic which has been collected years together by way of biomining. Thirdly, we are doing helping asking people to act by taking action or sensitizing them, especially under EPR. And lastly, which is most important, that IC activity by sensitizing every citizen in Mumbai and every producer or every officer in Mumbai to act for the, means they have to be responsible for their own waste. And last but not least, which is very important, that we are going to have a syllabus for the school children of Mumbai, where we are going to have a 1 hour session every week, how to segregate the waste, how to recycle the waste, and how to upcycle the waste, especially plastic and all, and not to use this plastic waste. And we are soon going to have one picnic spot, which can be called as a picnic spot plus educational spot. Just we have developed it at Kanjurmarg. It is in a final stage. We have to show to our higher authority and get a nod, where children can be brought there and shown there, because of waste, what are the things are happening in Mumbai and how we can segregate this waste. We are going to have audio visuals and actual site visit and actual processing we are going to show them. So this way we will sensitize our junior citizens who will become a responsible citizen in future, and they will not need any training or IC activity to tell them that they have to work this way for a waste. So this is what Mumbai is doing.